Hello everyone, today I'm gonna showcase my very first working airship. And this is it. This is my first actual working airship. I'm calling it the Smallfish because it's not exactly a battleship, it's not particularly big, and it's got a little fin on the back to steer it. So the basic idea is pretty simple. We've got this balloon up top to generate lift with the air burner here. You've got the fin in the back to steer using symmetrical sails and a torsion spring. And we've got these propellers on the sides to go forwards and backwards. I use the directional gear shifts a lot because I think are super useful in smaller builds, especially that they can act as a sort of inverted clutch and a gear shift at the same time, which is super cool. On the inside, we've got the portable engine here, 2 barrels for a little bit of storage, a display board here for a little bit of data, a display board here as well that is visible from when you are seated. If you download the schematic and assemble this, there's one thing you need to keep in mind, specifically the display links. I've noticed a little bit of a quirk when you assemble these contraptions, that the display links sometimes don't retain their target properly. So if you do want display readings here and here, I recommend just going into the back and fixing those display links. But first, let's assemble the Smallfish. There you go. Well, there is no power or anything, it will just be on the ground like this. If you want to fix our displays, take your display link, right click this one, go into the side, you can just open this up, place this display link on the altitude sensor. I would select height, put that on line 1, and then as soon as this one has power, the display link will activate and show your altitude. And just like this. You can take another display link, right click the display at the back and put it on the hot air burner. I wanted this to show the total lift on line 1. So now in the back you have the total lift. It currently doesn't see a balloon because it's not on. That will change to the current lift as soon as there is some. Another one you can do is if you right click the front display, put a display link on the velocity sensor in the back, put that on line 2, leave it at relative speed. It's not, I don't think, no, you can't change that. And then you can close this back up. And you will have the relative speed displayed in meters per second on the second line. One more thing I have displayed as well is the current speed for the propellers. I put it in the back. You can open it up here and put that on top of, hold on, or on the side of the speed controller. Let's see if I can, yeah, okay, there we go. Put that on the second line, ignore direction, and that will be your propeller speed on line 2. Here's the diagram for the Smallfish. If you guys didn't know, you can put a nameplate on one of the sides, like I have here, and it will be the contraption name. I recommend fueling this with blaze cakes, otherwise this contraption can get overstressed if you try to turn and have all of your propellers spinning at the same time. However, this could also be mitigated if you rip out the bottom display links and put in another engine here. Now for controls. The throttle lever controls the propeller speed of the engines outside. Currently, if the lever is at 0, the speed is at 12 RPM. If you push the lever higher, the speed of the propellers will increase. All of the other controls are in the linked typewriter. These are the configured frequencies. You can change those if you want. Currently, you control this with WASD, Shift and Space. Now to take off, you want to press Space to activate the hot air burner. Wait for enough lift to be generated. And the longer you hold space, the more the hot air burner will be activated. So now you generate lift really fast. If you press shift, the hot air burner will slowly reduce its signal and you won't generate as much lift. If you now press W, the propellers will spin, push you forward. If you press S, they will spin in the opposite direction and push you backward. A and D will steer the sail in the back so you can turn. If you want to try out the Smallfish, the schematic will be in the description. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you around.